Hey everyone, I am live in YouTube. I'm trying this new feature, and what we are doing here is we're making leather straps for my bags, which I make handmade bags, and I use leather from the furniture market, and I'm actually based in North Carolina. Hello everybody. Hello North Carolina people, if you're watching. um, So the leather I use is from the furniture market. It is upholstery leather, meaning the leather is used to make furniture like sofas and chairs. And I was saying earlier that this type of leather needs to last because furniture, especially sofas, they tend to wear and tear a lot. So the quality of the leather needs to be good. And if you know anything about the furniture market in North Carolina, we have a city called High Point, North Carolina. And High Point is one of the hubs for luxury furniture markets, so for furniture. So we have pretty much different designers from around the world that come to High Point, the Furniture Market Week, like Joanna Hayes and Chip and Hilary Farr. I mean, if you think about the designers from HGTV, they all come to High Point, North Carolina to see the latest trends and materials and furniture design for the season. So I get my leather from a mom and pop shop in North Carolina, and they are great. I mean, they're local and they work with all of these manufacturer businesses here in High Point to be able to actually sell back the things that they don't use when they make the furniture. And that's what I do. I repurpose leather, upholstery leather from the furniture market. And it's great. I mean, I feel like I'm doing something good for the environment. It's leather. Usually the meat market doesn't waste anything because all of those skins, they go to leather manufacturers. So I'm just putting my part into, instead of the leather that the furniture market doesn't use, I'm recycle them into bags. And that's what I do. And now what I'm doing are leather straps for my bags. I cut 2 inches wide, and it's like about maybe 38 inches long. And then from then on, I cut them down according to size of the pattern that I make. And yes, 2 inches. It's just 2 inches wide, and I use Aleene's tacky glue for my glue because it's a good glue. I mean, it glues very well. It is tacky. I can move it around until it dries, and it doesn't damage my material, and is not toxic. So I like that. So there are quite a couple of projects that I'm working on, and I wanted to be done with them for the spring season. But I don't think I'll be able to do it because I was sick for like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks, like the whole month of February. We all were sick, and I'm finally getting some strength to work on this. And also, I've been working so much in my full-time job that I just got home very tired, if you know what I mean. And well, now finally I have some time to work on these straps. And I like to do the straps first because I can just get them out of the way, you know? They sometimes are finicky. So this one is done. This leather strap. The leather is so soft. I love it. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 stripes left. Straps left. I need to buy more of this glue. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about leather. There are different types of leather, and sometimes people get confused as to what is the best leather you can use. And I will tell you that the best leather that you can use is full grain leather. Full grain leather is usually the best of the best, the thickest, and it really hasn't been split much for someone to use it. So that is probably one of the best leathers you can use. Top grain leather, however, is the second best because there's some split, but it's not a lot of split. It's not too much that you still have the grains of the skin imprinted in there, and it's strong still. It's not as thick. What else? When you split it, the full grain, you have top grain, and then you have suede leather. Suede leather is pretty much the leftover from the split, and it's really not the epidermis or the top layer of the leather. It's still good, but it's it's not really the top layer. That's what I could say. Then you have the genuine leather, and if you didn't know, if you hear genuine leather, it's usually we think about the word genuine, when someone is genuine, that someone is true to themselves, right? But is that just a word that's being used in the leather industry to say that the leather is fake or of low quality? So if you hear the word genuine leather, it's really not the top grain leather, it's not the full grain leather, it is just the leftover leather. Sometimes the leather is being shredded into really small pieces and blasted onto a surface. And sometimes that could be a genuine leather. It may not last long. And the last you have the Faux leather, Faux, means falls in French, and that is pretty much fake leather. So if you can think of vinyl, and really not leather. So just for you to be aware, when you're buying furniture, especially, you want the furniture to be top grain leather or full grain leather, so it can last. Because it will really take a beat on the wear and tear of the furniture. So that's the leather I use. If I don't find top grain leather, full grain leather, then I use top grain leather, and sometimes suede. And the good thing about the people that I buy the leather from is that they hate to have vinyl. I mean, they have some marine vinyl, which is great quality, but if it's vinyl for furniture, they won't take it. So they only take leather, real leather. And what I do is I repurpose the upholstery leather from the furniture market. And I've seen all kinds of leather in the past 3 years that I've been doing this. The kind of leather that I saw, it's actually like come from Brazil, and it says luxury leather. I'm like, what? I'm working with luxury leather from the upholstery furniture market, and I'm so excited because I can share that with people. Yeah, so that's where I source them from, in High Point, North Carolina. And what else? Yeah, I repurpose the leather from the furniture market. And furniture market is very exclusive. I mean, you go there, you're talking about couch that cost $20,000. There was another couch, like the price starts at like $5,000 or $1,000 for a table or a chair. I mean, really high quality stuff. And oh, here's the thing I wanted to tell you is what happens? Why is it that I'm buying the leather from the furniture market? Well, if you know anything about the furniture market in High Point, it's very prestigious, very luxurious, very particular. So the manufacturers or the producers, they take the quality control very seriously. And if you have a hide of leather and you're wrapping up a couch that is about 7 feet long, and there is a tiny little speck of a skin mark in the leather or a tiny hole, they need to get rid of it. You know, they need to get rid of it. And for me, I don't need to cover such a large surface area. So then the leathers are sold. They want to get their money back, right? And I still need to purchase the leathers. I don't get any leather for free, but it's not like whatever money the company spent on their leather hides. But anyways, a tiny little speck or stain, because you know the animals, if they have some type of injection or bruise that shows in the hide, you can see those things in the hide. And if it's not up to standard for the producer, the manufacturer of the furniture, which is high end, then they not going to accept it, and sometimes they lose money. And that's why I get leathers instead of going into the landfill, which a lot of companies may do. This place that I get my leathers from locally, they purchase them, and then of course I purchase them after them because I don't know who those manufacturer people are. And I repurpose them. So in a way, I'm helping the environment, and I feel very proud of that. Helping the environment on the landfills of leather, and also any type of cuts, for example scraps from the furniture market. I use them to make bags, and I can show you one of the bags that I made that I love. It's been using that for 2 years, and this is it. This is one of my bags I made. It's called the Pemberley backpack. It has a pocket on the side, 2 pockets on the side, a pocket on the front. The leather, oh my goodness, it's like, this is top grain leather or even full grain leather because it's really, really, really thick. And I love it. So comfortable. I use it every day for work and I travel with it. It's like my travel backpack. But that is a small version, the Pemberley backpack. Small version, small edition if you can say. But yeah. So if you are a sewer or just like to be involved in eco-conscious purchases, maybe free more than I'll be more than happy if you follow me because that's what I do. I make handbags from the furniture market, leathers from the furniture market, and I also use upholstery, and it's just fun for me. And finally, after a month in not being able to sew anything, I'm starting to slowly come back to it because we've been sick for so long, for the past month, and I didn't have time to, or the strength, you know what I mean. Okay, I'm almost done with this. Maybe I need just a little more glue in here. So if you have any questions about leather, just let me know and I'll be happy to share what I know with you. Okay, so we went over where I get my materials, whether I get the leather, and we went over what the furniture market is, and we went over how the manufacturers of furniture get rid of their things, even the minimal speck of imperfection in the furniture market, they get rid of things. So instead of going to the landfill, I use them to make handbags. And all my handbags I made the pattern myself. So I like to make patterns. I adjust them and it takes me probably 5 times to perfect a pattern. So that's a lot of work. And what do I do with all of the things that I make? Well, I give away to people and I tell them, can you help me with this pattern? Can you let me know what works, what doesn't work? And based on their feedback, I actually perfect the pattern and then make it more so I would know exactly what the measurements are, how long it will take me, and so forth. So yeah, that's something fun. I learned a lot this year. Actually, I just started my business in September, and it was quite a thing. I mean, I just didn't really know what I was doing, but I just took a plunge and I started. I have my website of karenferrisandco.com, and whatever I make, I put it in there. And I try to make videos of tutorials or just the process of me making my bags so people would know how I make them. Because I really like for my bags to be quality or for good quality. And guess what? It's made in the United States, so that's the best part. And to my surprise, there's a lot of people that locally support my business and that they really support handmade items, handcrafted items. There's a lot of artists and handcrafters that just put so much dedication into their pieces, and I'm one of them. There's another one. Look at how beautiful. Oh, if you just touch this leather, it's exquisite. I don't know how else to describe it. So, all right, we have 3 more to go. these are longer. Oh well. Oh. So I use this little thing to help me spread the glue evenly, and it works great. Like I said, I need to buy more glue. So if you're interested how people make bags out of leather, and I specialize in um, bags made of upholstery leather from the furniture market. So I'm very eco-conscious, and I don't like to waste anything. Or one of the things that I do in my bags is I patchwork. It's very important for me to patchwork because there's a lot of leftover of leather, and I patchwork to make sure that the a lot of leather, like most of the leather, is actually used within the design and my products. So you will see the patchwork inside pockets or in straps, or I will patchwork in the main panels and put a decorative strip so you don't even know that it was patched. So yeah, I love using every single piece of leather, and I don't like to throw anything away. So, and anything that is left over out of the tiny little pieces, I make jewelry, earrings, and I like making earrings too, out of leather, good earrings. All right, so if you have any questions, just feel free to post them in here as I go along finishing the straps. And I think when I'm done with the straps, I will show you what I'm working on for the spring, that I was hoping to finish it in March to have a launch for the spring collection. But I don't think I'll have time because I'm gonna go to California the end of the month and the first week of April. So, and I've been so busy, very busy at work and sick. So it is what it is, you know. I've been wanting to actually make a shirt that says it is what it is. I have the design already. I just need to make it. Because that has been the phrase that I've been hearing the most the past month. It is what it is. You probably agree. So yeah, I won't be able to finish my collection, spring collection, until maybe like by Mother's Day, because it will take a while. I mean, Thursdays is pretty much my nights to sew, you know, the same thirsty Thursday. Well, I'll call it sewing Thursday. So I sew on Thursdays. That's my day for me after work and being a mom, helping with homework, cooking, bathing your kids, cook like washing the dishes and stuff like that. So Thursdays are my nights to sew. Sewing Thursdays. So I'll try to make more live videos on Sewing Thursdays, and just to show you what I do. Anyways, but what do you guys think about the TikTok ban? I was thinking about that this week. And I'm also in like all the social media platforms. I am on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, TikTok. Guess what? My followers in those channels are like minimal. I don't know how other people do it. There's like so few, like 200 and something. So hard. So if you like eco-conscious products, handbags made of top grain leather quality materials made in the United States, and follow me. And I don't only do handbags, I also do videos on recipes because I like to share different recipes that I'm trying on. So if you like cooking, you know, you can follow me. Crafting, you can follow me. Cooking, crafting. Sometimes I'm into gardening, which hasn't worked very well for me. It hasn't worked at all. But last year in the summer, I managed to grow a cherry tomato plant, and it gave me 5 cherry tomatoes. I was ecstatic. I was like in the clouds. I was so happy. I ate 5 tomatoes. Actually, my daughter wanted them, and she just gave me one. But they were so good and crunchy, and I want to try that again and see if I can actually grow more tomatoes. It's so hard. I mean, growing vegetables, herbs. Oh my gosh, I kill every herb that I try to grow. I don't know why. I don't have a green thumb at all. My hands are good for making things, but for growing things, that's questionable. I don't know if you know what I mean. But I'm gonna give it a stab again. I did manage to grow flowers. I love flowers. They're so good. They make me happy. It's like one thing that I can see and say, oh, they're so beautiful. It's just beautiful things. I wanted to grow, what's it called? The gardenias this year. Or, yeah, but I don't know. I haven't had a chance. I have some ranunculus seeds I'm trying to grow, but spring came early here in North Carolina, so I don't even know if I have the time to actually grow them or just leave them for next year. So anyways, that's that. Gardening. I like to talk about gardening, recipes. What is one recipe that you make that you love? You can share it with me in the comments. Also, I like to do crafts and t-shirt making. I do t-shirts, make the design. I use InDesign for my greeting cards application and t-shirt design. So I made a couple of them, and I made one for my daughter's teacher for Valentine's Day. You've probably seen in my YouTube videos what I made. It's fun. I like it. What else I make? I like to talk about like different traveling places that you can do. Sometimes I like to post about where I go for vacation in case someone wants to do the same thing. Because, I mean, if you post about those things and have a good experience and other people want to go on vacation, and they can actually see, oh, look, I heard about this place. I think it's a great spot. So that's why I do it. I share some insight about where I'm going on vacation, and I'm gonna be posting more because I am going back to my country, Paraguay. I'm from South America, Paraguay, and that would be I'm gonna be going back. And it's been 23 years that I haven't been there. Since I came to United States, I haven't gone to Paraguay. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna be doing that during the summer. And just being there with family and friends and explore a little bit, because, you know, United States is my home. I'm a United States citizen, and this is home. I came here when I was 14 years old, and yeah, I left when I was going into my teenager years. So anyways, so I'll be telling you about my trip to Paraguay and things to do over there. It's gonna be in the summer here. Here is summer, but in Paraguay it's winter. So hopefully it won't be too cold. That's something I worry about. Hopefully it won't rain too much, so we'll be able to actually explore and do some tourism, ecotourism, because that's one of the things that they have there. You know, something about Paraguay is that it's landlocked. So you have Brazil, Bolivia at the top, and then Argentina, and at the bottom you have Uruguay. So it's landlocked. So one of the things that they don't have beach. We don't have beach. So, but we do have really good waterfalls and rivers and hills. So it's a lot of there's a lot of fauna in there, a good ecosystem. So I'm excited to go back and explore that, so I can remember. Going back to your roots, right? Anyways, I'm about to finish with this strap, and I don't leave it like this. When I am done with the strap, I like to sew around it to make it stronger. And that's what I'm going to do at another time, not today. Today's just strap day. So Thursday? Sewing Thursday straps. But I'm not sewing the straps, I'm just gluing the straps today. Yeah. Let's see. About to be done. I think this is going to be for one of the kitty bags or the Mary tote bag. This is also another leather that I love. And guess what? The leathers that I get from the furniture market, sometimes because they come and go all the time, I never know if I'm gonna have the same leather. So pretty much what you see is what you get in my bags. It's very unique. Unique, one of a kind, handmade in the United States, eco-friendly, and you're supporting small businesses. It's like me. All right, let's get done with the last one. Yeah, definitely I will need to buy more glue for if I'm gonna be sewing more, I need more glue. I also need to sell more so I can have money to buy the glue. So I used what I sold, the money of my sale, to buy hardware, good quality hardware, and zipper tape, and a couple of materials that I needed. For example, a zipper guide, and also, what else? Zipper guide, foam for stabilizing the bag, and I purchased zipper tape because I only had 2 colors. I needed to have different colors because I have black leather that I want to start using, and so I didn't have enough for glue. So hopefully I can do some sales online. If you go to my store and see what I do, if you like it, you can purchase, because I've been talking about what materials I use, where I get my materials, how I'm making them. Yeah. So anyways, oops. All right. need to let it dry out a little bit. And this, guys, this is how you do a leather strap. So other people do different things, but this is how I do my leather strap. Actually, going live helps me keep track of my time. Because I have such a difficult time knowing how much time I'm putting into this thing. Sometimes it's way too much, but I don't really charge for the time I spend on it. I just charge basically to pay the materials. Because I like people to have my things. So, anyways, it's gonna be a little tricky because the glue is still wet and it's shifting. Some leather I found that I absorbs the glue faster than others. I don't know if you noticed that as well, but that's what I noticed. It's different. Okay, I like to put it like that so it won't shift too much. Another thing that I do with my bags is I don't finish the edging. So a lot of people that do that, I don't, because it just takes so much time. And I like to make it raw so people would know this is real leather, you know, it's not just vinyl or vegetable leather, vegetable leather or something. What was that? What is vegetable leather? No, it's not vegetable leather. It's vegan leather. Oh my gosh. Vegan. Guess what? Even though you are shredding plants to get that, you still need to have a plastic vase to keep the shredding together. You know, you have to have that coating. And it's not skin. Skin is degradable. But when you have plants and then you mix it with some type of plastic to make the vegan leather, then the plant base that you're using is not plant based anymore because the base of it to hold that together is plastic. And it's fairly new term, so I really don't know how fast it will break in the environment, because it's plastic. Probably leather breaks down easier and faster than the vegan leather, because vegan is just like vinyl, you know? And fake leather, like genuine leather, it's just pieces of leather sprayed out into a base it has to have some type of glue plastic to hold it together too. So genuine leather is not good leather. You need full grain leather or top grain leather or even suede leather. So it's just think about the materials that you are promoting or buying from. It's very important to know how those are going to break down in the future, because our land, you know, all those things are going to be bleaching through the soil. If it rains, it goes into our water. Um, Studies show that people actually have nanoparticles of plastic in their arteries, making them have higher risk for heart attacks. And yeah, it's just plastic has been bad for our environment since the invention, and we didn't know. And some of them actually disrupt your hormones and in your brain. So no wonder why people are having a lot of issues in, you know, in their minds or things like that. That's just my 2 cents. There's other factors that contribute to that as well, but one of them is, you know, what you put out in the environment. Okay, we are done. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we did this later. Yeah. 7, 8. There we go. My leather straps, guys. And then I'll show you what I'm working on real quick. Let me take you with me. Okay. So this is what I'm working on. This is kind of like a basket design, but it is the Mary Tote bag. If you go to my Instagram account or look at my YouTube videos, you will see the design of this, how I made it. Then we are working on the kitty bag over here. This is going to be the kitty bag. So I had a lot of success with the kitty bag. It's just great, and it forms so great. I love it. And then we have the bigger travel bag, which is 18 by 18, and that I'm making. This is the gazette that's going to go around. And here is the leather. So it's a lot of stuff that I need to do for that bag too. I decided to put 2 pockets on the side of the gazette and also a laptop zip pocket in the back, and some fasteners for the, you know, if you have your luggage, for the handle, so your bag can sit in there and won't move. So yeah, those are the things I'm working on. And next step is to actually cut the linings for all of these. The traveling bag, I have the lining already. I just need to cut a little bit of exterior pockets on the side. And for the rest, I have 4 kitty bags that need linings and the Mary Tote. And eventually I'll finish those. So I have 6, 7 bags in progress, and we'll see how that will go. All right, well guys, you have a good night. Thanks for following me along of whatever I said. Hopefully you found it informative. If so, just let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thanks so much. Bye.